Okay, we're going to read a bedtime story tonight, right, Boo-Boo?
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Here, look at the book.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Goodnight, Moon.
Goodnight, Moon.
Wait, go ahead, turn the page. Okay. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of
Cat jumping on the moon.
a cat jumping over the moon. Yay!
And 2 bears sitting on chairs.
How many bears were sitting on the chairs?
1, 2, 3.
3 little bears were sitting on the chairs, right? Right? Look at the
Right.
book, Boo-Boo. You silly. Hey, turn the page for Mommy. Okay. And there were 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens and a little toy house and a little young mouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, turn the page. And what's that?
Both farmers.
A bowl full of mush.
Mm-hmm.
A comb.
A comb.
And what's that?
A brush.
And what's that?
Both farmers.
Bowl full of mush. And who's that?
Already.
What's she doing?
My sweetheart and say hush.
She's sitting in the chair whispering hush. Okay, turn the page. Good night, room.
Good night, room.
Good night. What else, Boo-Boo?
Good night.
Kittens.
Kittens.
And good night, mittens.
Good night, mittens.
And good night, red balloon.
Good night, red balloon.
And good night, rug.
Good night, rug.
Okay, here we go. What's that say?
Good night, moon.
Good night, moon. Good girl. What's that say? Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Right?
No, cows just right there.
The cow's right there.
Mm-hmm.
But we're saying good night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, want to turn the page for Mommy? Okay. Good night, light. What's that say?
Good night, mittens.
Good night, kittens.
Good night, kittens.
And what's that one say?
Good night, mittens.
Good night, mittens. Good girl.
Look, Mommy.
What?
What?
What am I looking at? Good night socks
Mm-hmm.
and good night clocks, right?
Hmm?
Good night comb
Good night, clocks.
and good night clocks
And good night, other clock.
and good night other clock.
Mm-hmm.
What's that say?
Good night, nobody.
Good night, nobody. And good night, what? What's that?
Both farmers.
Bowl full of mush.
Good night, both farmers.
And good night to the old lady whispering hush.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right?
Okay, turn the page. What's that say?
Good night. Oh, lady whispering hush.
Good night, old lady whispering hush. Give Mommy her kisses.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Right here.
And turn the page.
Mhm.
It says good night noises everywhere. The end.
Right, push the square.
You want to push the square?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good night.